I would say let's start diving into the inside and from a couple of details. Number one is the complete absence of steps, which again is not easy and is worth it mentioning. So you've seen the last step you took to get into the boat was the one on the cockpit from the transom, and then now you are getting into the interior and cockpit, which is completely seamless with no steps. And this is thanks to this oversized drainage. So that's why you see these large teak grates. They are an oversized drainage which allow us by code to avoid to put a step here on the frame of the door. So you can literally walk with your feet without, facing any inconvenience. There is no steps, as I said. It's completely flush from the cockpit all the way to the cabin. So before we dive into the detail of the interior, I want to take a quick look as a general overview. This check out the depth and the richness of this walnut. Usually we've been adopting a lot of oak in the days. Now we're moving towards something, if you wish, more warm and cozy, which will be the feeling throughout the entire boat. So again, the interior main fragrance here is walnut, and then we'll start going into the details. So here you have all your main salon beginning of the salon storage. So you have all your glassware and wine cooler in this beautiful cabinet with metal bronze details and walnut that I will lift and to show you the details. So this gives you an idea of the volume of storage that you have in the salon. Picture this by all the sofas that you see around me. So that lift, this lift, that lift, that lift, and that lift, the dinette lift. What you will see, we adopted on the interior a lot of natural stones. So you see, we kind of went away from those very loud, maybe marble work, and this is a natural marble. But you see, you will see throughout the boat is very holistic. Everything inside is very calm. It's designed to spend time on board without being attacked by aggressive looks, but everything kind of flow. Colors, material choices, and definition of the overall look was thought to spend time on board and relax, disconnect, if you wish, from everything. And that comes into the galley. Galley, very functional. So of course this is your range. You have a hood here for force extraction of odors. But then of course you have, as usual, natural ventilation, very convenient. You press a button here, they wash the boat on the outside, so we have a little dripping, and you have natural ventilation to get out odor and vapors and smokes. And so you bring it back up and close it. We have a full-size refrigerator here, which you have your safety lock, again, for navigation. You don't want the refrigerator to open in rough seas. But then very generous volume here, and then you have your freezer on the bottom. And throughout you have, of course, storage all the way, wherever possible. Even these little niches here, we have used them to create extra storage functioning. This is a storage for extra glassware, and then all of this is storage for sort of pantry purpose or pot and pans purposes. On this side you have the storage under the sink, of course, with your trash in abundant storage, trash with, of course, recycle and main trash. And then you have your microwave combined, you have your drawer with your traditional Azimut silverware. And here in this unit we selected to put a dishwasher. If you don't put a dishwasher, of course this will be an extra storage cabinet. And here you have a very smart spices and oil bottles, vinegar bottles, whatever convenient. And we keep on going into details. This is a very convenient little storage unit, but underneath instead we start with the traditional Azimut Yachts, proprietary crockware and glassware and silverware, which is everything is very well stored. You know where it is. It doesn't need to go anywhere else. There's dedicated space. There's neoprene sleeves which are designed to prevent rattling and damages during navigation. So these plates, you see, they can move around and they will be always comfortably held in place by the neoprene sleeves. And then you close a drawer and you have a setting for 10 people. So also here we took advantage in a very clever way of the base of this beautiful dinette. And there is 2 drawers, one here, one there. And then you have a storage. This is actually your electrical panel, very conveniently located. So you control all your AC and DC loads from this panel, which is right here. You can easily access. These are all the loads that you might want to deal with directly. And then of course we have a main panel in the engine room we'll take a look at later. And then here, this is another storage volume, typically maybe for maps, navigation. This big box gives an idea of the volume, which goes all the way back there. This incredible cockpit. So very different layout here. This is one of those where for years the marine industry have designed boats with the cockpit seating, typical C-shape there, us included. Table was here, and basically people sitting at the table, they were facing a door. And again, that's one of those where we started from the 25 Magellano originally, and say why we need to do that, why we don't change the status quo. And that's we carry on the new layout, the new interpretation, and that landed also on the 60 Magellano, where you can see first of all what we call the infinity cockpit. So you see that the last piece of the cockpit, this is so clean that it looks like is clear, but now it will protect from sprays. So this is tempered glass. This is an electrically operated high-low table that is controlled right there in that corner, up and down. So this comes up and down, and of course it opens and expands. So when it's up for dining, you will open this 2-leaf and it will become an extremely large and comfortable dining table. And instead, when you are done or when you are during the day, you want to use it more as a coffee table, you close it, put it in the down position, and imagine now again at night with friends having conversation, a nice cigar, a bottle of scotch, feet on the table, of course, with a beautiful pillow. And this is an area which now become extremely enjoyable, extremely social, again during navigation with a phenomenal view. And this feeling of extension, you see that it is 60 feet. We are on 60 feet. This cockpit looks incredibly large. And here we are, of course, on the Flybridge. Let's start from the helm, which is fairly traditional, starboard side helm. All your control, joystick provided by, is part of the MAN power kit. So we have a MAN 6 cylinders in line power on the Magellano 60. And of course you have your plotter and the traditional now Azimut Yachts monitoring system, which of course let you monitor and control all the different systems which you want to have at a glance. And then at the touch of a button, as we said before, which is right here, this window electrically comes down, and now look how really in a matter of probably 12 seconds, 15 seconds, and zero effort, we have transformed. Now let's go inside. As you will notice, all doors on the boat are automatic, so most of them we already opened for you, so you don't have to go through the process. But yeah, come on board, and this gives you really the feeling of Achille Salvagni design. So as per his standard, renowned to mix materials in a way which is very unique. So you see you have a nice almost raw oak wood floor, which is paired with a 100% teak furniture that go throughout the design of the boat. And then you have this beautiful lacquer white in contrast. And again, you see the details of these beautiful lamps. Every light feature that you see on board is designed by Achille Salvagni for Azimut for the 36 meters. So these are all custom one-off pieces that you cannot buy off the shelf anywhere else, even from high-name designer as most of the competition does. This is your helm, this is the control station. So of course this offers all the standards, so plotting, navigation, radar,
radar interface with navigation. We actually have an interesting side here which shows that the cameras that you have on board can be displayed on all the monitoring system. I didn't stop at it before, but you might have noticed, or if you go back you see it, there is a little bit smaller version of this down in the crew quarters, which provide the crew access to all the features that these do from the crew mess. Then you come down here, 2200 horsepower standard propulsion system. We offer the upgrade to 2400. The blocks will be the same. So MTU is a Mercedes-Benz group, and there is their marine division, and so this is you know, standard shaft line configuration.